Good morning, everyone. This is Fat Mike. Today we're going to talk about hiring staff and have them fly missions or fly cargo to other locations. So I've done some more flying around. I'm sitting here outside of Jacksonville at Keystone Airport. And let's say I didn't have time to fly no missions today, or I didn't want to really do all the hauling myself, and I need some help getting some money in. So I'm wanting to hire some staff. Well, the first thing you're going to need is a second airplane. Now, some of you might already have some, but I've set this up to where I'm going to buy an airplane. I'm going to hire a staff member, and I'm going to have them fly some cargo somewhere. So, first thing we want to do, we go to our hangar. We don't have, we just got one airplane to our name. But there happens to be a DA-62 right here. $645,000. We can afford that. Now, if the airplane you want is not here, you don't have to buy it here. You can go to other places, and the best way to do this is go to market and just search market, and it'll show up 100 different airports around you. Or you could go here and say 1,000. Hit search again. It's going to show up the first 1,000 airports around you that trade goods. Alright. So that being said, you're probably going to find it within 100. You're probably within 2 or 3 or 4. But 100. You really don't want to go below 100. I've tried 10, and it really doesn't show up much on the map. So anyway, you'd want to go here. You right click on this airport, and you'd say compare market, or not compare market, but compare search missions. And what that would do is it would tell us what airplanes are there. There's one for $898,000, but we know you shouldn't pay no more than $700,000 for a DA-62. Okay, so there's one there, but there happens to be one at this airport that we're at. But that's how you search. Now, if you wanted to buy that airplane, there's one or two ways you could go buy it. You either got to be at their airport, and to do that, you got to fly to it. And you put it in here and say fly to, because you have to do it like that. You can't just fly to it in game. You got to say set pilot position 2 and either fly to it, and it'll generate a mission for you to fly to that airport empty. Or you could just pay, which it isn't much. It's very little to go there, buy your airplane, then come back to your airplane, or have your airplane brought to you. To have your airplane brought to you, you would right click it and say bring to pilot location, and it's the same as moving the pilot, the same price. But anyway, we have a plane here, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy this plane. All right, we bought a brand new DA-62. All right, so now we got 2 DA-62s in here. We're going to fill them both up with fuel while we're here. You have to do these one at a time. You can't do them all at one time. All right. Now, we've got an extra plane. We need to put something on it. First, we go over here to staff. Click on crew. You'll see you have no crew members yet. These are the pilots you can hire. This is how much they get paid, and this is how much they weigh. This is important. It determines on how much they can carry. And you'll see the pays go up. It goes all the way up. Now, you'll notice the pay goes up as their skill goes up, their efficiency, and their health. All right, this determines on what kind of problems they have might do during the flight, or if they violate the flight mission rules. I normally go to where the rating I need, which is a B pilot qualification. She has a C also, but she's the best skilled one at this lower class. I don't need a D or an E pilot. I just need a B pilot. But our just B pilots, the skill ain't as high. Well, $1,300 every 24 hours. Now, you have to rehire them every 24 hours. You only have her for 24 hours. She weighs 110 pounds. And she'll be able to carry a lot of cargo and do it proficiently. So I'm going to hire her. $1,300 a day. Yes. All right. She now works for us. It says her status, whether she's flying or she's at the airport waiting on a mission or what. All right. Now, there's two things we can have her do. We can either have her fly a mission, and we can go here and see what the missions are. You know, what the pay is. Right click on it and say choose plane and crew to fly. It'll give you both your airplanes and who's flying what. We can send her in this one, or we can send her in this one. Either one, doesn't matter. So we could send her in that and send her on her way and send her on a mission. She would fly it, get to the other airport, wait for us to send her on another mission. Crew cannot fly stacked missions. They can only do one mission at a time. So when it comes to from small trips and up, they can only make $38,550 in that one trip. They can't do like you to where they can stack the missions together and fly up through there making all kind of money. I found that the best thing to do with pilots, unless you have an FBO, and like I said, we'll get into that later. With pilots, is to fly market. Okay. So here's what we do to fly market. Let's search our market here at our airport. And we can see that we have cell phones here. That's a good sign. We can start searching the market here for people that are buying cell phones. So we can compare the market. I'm looking to sell some cell phones. That's good money. As long as you haven't saturated the market yet with cell phones, it's a good seller. And just click anywhere. All right, right here. We can make $217,000 on this run of cell phones. That's well worth the $1,300 a day. And that's going to KFHB, which is right here. Now, I suggest that you scroll in and look at the airport you're going to. Sometimes there's not an airport there. You really need to scroll in and look at where you're sending yourself or your staff to. Now, I'm going to right click this, or I'm going to click buy to aircraft cargo. Yes. Alright, so it's sitting in this airplane here. Alright. So now, I need to send that airplane to the airport that I want to sell those goods at. And we're going to have our pilot do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't want to click fly to this market. Okay, what I want to do is I want to go up here, go back to that airport, KF, like I said, make a note of where it's at, right here, right click on it, and say send pilot to this market, and you'll see which plane's got the cargo in it. You don't need to make a mission or nothing, just send the plane and the cargo there. Left click that. You got to click on the pilot and click launch trading mission. Yes. Alright, now what you'll see is you'll see your pilot headed there. And that's all there is to sending your pilots on trading missions. Once they get there, you'll want to search for more market items to sell, or if you can't find anything to sell from that airport, you can fly a mission to another airport And we'll go over that in just a few minutes. As soon as our pilot gets there, we'll check back in with you. Okay, so we can see that our pilot has landed. Now that our pilot has landed, now we need to get rid of the cargo that's on that plane. So we'll go to market, or we'll go back to the hangar here, and we'll look for the plane, and it's at KFHB. We'll right click on it and we'll say search market at this location. Okay, here's the plane. It's got the goods. Go ahead and move that over. Income $891,000. That's including what we paid for it. So we'll sell to the market, and we now have our money for that, and our plane is available to buy more goods and ship it elsewhere. So we start searching again for goods to buy or goods to trade. You know, there's 20 quick thousand that can be made in a short flight if there's nothing else to trade there. And there's nothing wrong with just doing 20,000. It's money being made. And if there wasn't something to fly, we could go over to the missions and tell it to fly a mission. Well, we got, yeah, fly a mission from here. That's the only plane available there, and they would fly that mission. So if we wanted to do that, we could just click on that, and they're off and flying again. It's your choice what you want your pilots to do. You want to try to keep them in the air as much as possible. They're constantly making money. It's not costing you nothing but that $1,300 a day. Not every flight, but just a day. So you're making good money, so you might as well hire good pilots. Well, that's all right now for hiring staff. The next thing we're going to have to talk about is FBOs. And FBOs is kind of a commitment at that point. Up to this point, you're not really committed to dedicate a whole lot of time to the game or to the flight simulator. And you don't even have to have flight simulator. I don't even have flight simulator up, and I'm doing this. So as you can see in my taskbar down here, I don't even have flight simulator up. So this is external. NeoFly itself is running this pilot. It's not running inside flight simulator. So alright, so I'll see y'all next episode, and like I said, we're going to talk about FBOs and really stepping up your management game if you choose to go that path. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you next time.